very much, Anthony, and I'd like to start by saying thank you very much to everybody coming and listening to us tonight, and I'm really excited to be listening to Helen's talk later, so I'll be sitting and listening and enjoying it too. While I have you, I'm just going to take the opportunity to talk to you all about CEVA's fabulous, exciting new ectoparasiticide product. Hopefully you've seen in the veterinary press lots of lovely purple advertising. You can't miss it. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it in case you haven't heard. So I'm going to start off by talking and letting you know what owners want, because obviously if we're going to have a product, we need to make sure it's something that owners actually need and want. So we ran some market research and asked owners what do they want from a product that's going to kill ectoparasites. And the first thing they want is safety, and it's safety for pets, but it's also safety for themselves. Alongside that, they want efficacy against fleas, and they want to make sure it's killing them quickly. They've got complete protection, and it's something that's going to last for at least a month, because we want to make sure that it's easy for them to use. But they also want to make sure it's eliminating fleas in the household. So as you know, when clients come in and they have an animal that's got fleas on it, they just feel dirty and they want to get rid of any flea that's there in the house. So they want efficacy against fleas, but really importantly, they also want efficacy against ticks. For owners, ticks are really disgusting things, and they are for me too, and probably for you. And just the thought of them being around themselves or their pets is really abhorrent, so they just want to get rid of them. So we've got efficacy against fleas and efficacy against ticks, and they want it to be easy to use. There's no point having the most wonderful product in the world if you can't actually use it and apply it. So what's Infectious 3D? We've got 3 actives, so 3D, 3 actives, and the exciting novel part of it is a brand new active called dinotefuran, and this is a really fabulous active in the fact that it works really quickly, so it's a fast-acting insecticide and it kills on contact, so there's no need for any biting of these insects or any ticks that we've got going on. It's going to kill on contact. We've also got then permethrin, which is an active that you will hopefully be aware of and know how it works, but it's really, really effective against ticks and against insects, and it's a really effective repellent. So these two actives work beautifully well together, so there's synergy between the two of them, providing excellent flea and tick efficacy in this product. But not only that, we've also got pyriproxyfen, which is a potent IGR. So this is actually helping then in the environment where the dog is, inhibiting any flea reproduction and development of the rest of those life stages there. As you may know, pyriproxyfen is a fabulous IGR in the fact that it's long-lasting and it's also photostable as well. So we know that UV light's not going to affect it at all. So Vectra contains all these 3 things together. So what does it provide us with? It provides complete protection against fleas and ticks. So for fleas, we've got a really rapid lethal knockdown. So fleas are dislodged within 5 minutes, and it can take just 5 minutes for fleas to start to bite once they've jumped onto a dog. So this really fast action is key for protecting our pets against fleas. But it's also going to make sure that they're dead. So not only are they being knocked off and they're being prevented from feeding, they're actually going to then die, which is also what we want to happen. So if the flea jumps onto a vector-treated dog, it's going to be dying just under 2 hours. So this is really fast. So this anti-feeding effect of knocking them down and killing them is key. So this fits in with the owner's needs that we looked at just a bit earlier, to say that they want something that's really efficient, that does the job and that kills them. And the beauty is that this Vectra product is going to be lasting for a month too, so it's easy for the owners to remember when to use it, and it gives them a good long time of action. Because we've got the IGR there, it's also going to give protection for 2 months in the environment, which is great. So we'll be able to control that part of the flea life cycle in the household, which is what owners also wanted us to have. If you remember, I also said owners want to have action against ticks, and fabulous products that 3D Vectra 3D is that it's going to work against ticks for a whole month too. So it's got 100% acaricicidal efficacy after 24 hours. So once you've got the product on, if ticks are coming on, it's going to kill them from 24 hours, and it's going to remain efficacious for over the month too. So again, this is something that owners were asking for. They wanted something to be efficacious and it lasts a month. So what else is great about Vectra? There's an exciting new funky pipette, which if you haven't seen, get your SIVA rep to come and speak to you about and show you, because it's really exciting to have something different. So it's very, very easy to use. The two discs that you see there on the pipette just needs to be squeezed together. That pierces the foil film that's covering the actual rest of the pipette, and then it's good to go. It doesn't drip out, you can hold it upside down, it doesn't get messy. If you're anything like me, I'm not very good at applying flea products to my animals and I end up distributing it everywhere, so this makes it really easy. And the rounded, elongated nozzle means it's soft to the skin, so you can get it right down through the fur to the skin, start at the rump and all the way up the back to the neck. So you're applying the product directly to the skin where it needs to be, and you're doing it over a longer area, so it's going to dry quickly. So it facilitates its translocating across the body and getting to where it needs to be, and actually it's easy and hopefully mess-free for all owners to use too, which is again something that they really, really want. Safety is important, so obviously we have looked in to make sure that it's safe for the animals as well as humans. And so the safety studies that we looked into were looking up to 5 times the maximum recommended dose, and that was in puppies as young as 7 weeks old and weighing as little as 1.5 kilos. So that's great news. Also, it's important to check from an oral point of view, because obviously although we're putting it on the skin, if an animal is licking it or ingesting it orally, then we need to make sure it's safe too. And again, these actives of similar, they're more, excuse me, they're more safe than compared to other actives that are out there of a similar function. So that's great to know. The advice always with any topical product is to make sure that you're not touching until the site is dry. So effectively that's going to be 4 hours. So again, it's not a long time to wait between it drying. Any other benefits there? Yes, there are. It's really exciting. It's great for fleas, it's really great for ticks, but it's also great for biting flying insects too. So we have a repellency against sandflies, mosquitoes and stable flies that's lasting for a whole month, and also it's insecticidal against mosquitoes and stable flies. It's POM-V, so it's not available OTC, and it's also available in these 5 pack sizes that you can see on the screen. So it's going for 1.5 kilogram dogs, and if you're over 40 kilos, you just need that one large pipette. You don't need to be using different size pipettes in order to get to the size of the animal, which is really brilliant for owners of larger dogs, because it helps keep the cost down for them to be able to effectively treat their dogs. So there's lots of different support there, hopefully, that we've got for you, and it's just a case of asking your SIVA territory manager for what you would like. But there's something new that we're bringing out very soon, which hopefully is going to be useful for you, because we're really aware that there's lots and lots of products out there to treat for ectoparasiticides, and it can be a little bit of a minefield deciding what to use and what's going to work for your clients and for your practice. So we're developing this guide that's to try and help you to see what each product does. And I know, having been involved with looking to do this, it's really hard comparing all the different bits of information, so we try to make it easy for you. So again, it's something to ask your SIVA territory manager if they have available for you. But we want to end on a question, because I'd like to know what you would like and what would help support you. So over to Anthony with the poll. So we want
That's great, Sarah. Yeah, no, I'm here. I just have to unmute myself. No, I'm still here. I promise. I'm just looking at the getting the poll up. So I'm just launching that now, and I'll read those out. SIVA would like to provide services that you actually want. Please tick if any of these support options appeal to you. Education for clients in the waiting room, client reminders by SMS or email, vet and nurse CPD provision, product offers, none of the above appeal to me. So you can select as many as you want, So people are voting away at the moment. So we'll give people a few seconds while we're doing that. Just interestingly, you talked about sandflies there, and with my leishmaniasis hat on, and dogs going abroad for holidays in July and August, as we've just moved into it. How quickly does that have an effect? Is